I'm Alan Jefter, a member of Suurbraak Grain Farmers. We've, as part of our farm management, obtained a conservation management plan, and that we use as a management tool in our farming activities. And in terms of our objective, we seek to become, we want to be commercial farmers, but farming with conservation principles in mind, and with our objective to provide food for our country, and in order to address issues such as food security issues. We have all committed ourselves to our conservation management plan, and that determines the manner in which we apply conservation farming. And this is, in essence, focuses on being precision farmers. We focus very seriously on measuring. In other words, for us to know how we farm, we need to measure every aspect of our activities. And this covers not only the farming aspects itself, the operation, but it also focuses on issues such as sustainability, and specifically ensuring that we farm and that we are able to hold our land in trust, execute our fiduciary duties, and then also being able to ensure that we can leave our farms in a better sustainable condition for those who must come after us. So it's a trust aspect that we appreciate and that we treasure. We have been very fortunate in that we've had one of the top commercial farmers here in the Western Cape, Dirk van Papendorp, who not only is a top commercial farmer, but he's also a person of very, very high principle, and certainly someone who has taken conservation farming to heart, and he's been able to apply that in his own farming activities. The soil nutrient levels are determined. We apply the fertilizer to the soil based on specific scientific principles. We also measure when we harvest exactly on a grid basis where there is high yield and where there's a low yield, and then these are rectified. So certainly in terms of the soil nutrient level, that is scientifically determined. Then also in terms, when we harvest, we leave a lot of plant residue on the soil. We really try and work with nature by building up the carbon levels. We try and manage our livestock. We also, in terms of our environmental principles, follow the provisions of the of agricultural resources and sustainability. The renosterbos is a prevalent fynbos in the area, but it is also a plant sector that is very seriously threatened. We only have certain pockets, and those are particular pockets that are absolutely essential that we need to preserve this. In terms of our mentor that we have in Mr. van Papendorp, in terms of our conservation management plan, we make sure that those areas are fenced off. We make sure that those pockets are not plowed under. We ensure that in terms of livestock management, that those areas are protected and conserved. So we are also very proud of the fact that when the environmental assessment was done, it was discovered that there are certain endemic plants growing in the renosterveld here in Suurbraak that one cannot find growing anywhere else. The farming aspect itself, we've also seen how we have been able to increase our yields. We're told by Grain South Africa, for example, that in respect of emerging commercial farmers in South Africa, there are only a small number of farmers who have reached production per person of 250 tons of grain per year. We are now in the stage where, after a short while of operation, we believe that at least two of our members, being Wilma Adams and also Dirk Willemse, will this year be able to achieve the 250 ton per annum production yield. Sebra grain farmers also is very tied to the Sebra community, and we believe that although if one wants to focus on conservation farming, you cannot just focus on your own farm. You need to focus on the whole area.
Ek is Dirk Willemse van Suurbraak Graanboere. Langs aan my sit Chris Lou, een van ons lede. Ja, ek is een van die lede van die dagbestuur wat die ploeg, ek doen die ploegwerk. En dan kyk ook in die wat die ploegwerk doen, bewaar ek, kyk laat ek die renoster vir jou bewaar. Die stukje grond wat ek nou hier in my hand het, wat ek in my hand vashou. Dit is vir my so belangrik en dit is vir my so kosbaar om dit te kan vashou, want ek weet wat ek begin het met hierdie grond. Dit is goeie grond, dit is kosbare grond wat ek in my hart voel wat ons moet bewaar. Hoekom ons doen nie meer ploegbewerking nie, ons doen nou tuinbewerking sodat die grond bewaar kan word. Iemand met die koring met die koringaar wat ek hier in my hand mee staan, is ek trots op. Dis van my hande werk en dis wat uit die vrugbare grond uitkom.
And then finally, Dirk van Papendorp has always impressed on us his vision, and that is, if your vision doesn't scare you, it is not big enough.